Welcome back to Midnight Whispers. Don't forget to subscribe, turn off the lights, and let's step into something you can't unhear. It started on a rainy Thursday evening when I was sitting in my apartment, scrolling aimlessly through social media, trying to drown out the silence that felt heavier than usual, when my phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number, and the message read, "You shouldn't bite your nails when you're nervous. It makes you look weaker than you are." And I froze because no one could possibly see me at that moment. I was home alone, blinds closed, and my phone was face up on the couch next to me, glowing in the dark like an eye watching me breathe. And I tried to tell myself it was some prank, maybe a wrong number. But before I could type a response, another message came through saying, "You're wearing your gray hoodie again, aren't you?" And I swear I felt my blood turn cold as I looked down at the exact hoodie I was wearing, my favorite one, torn at the sleeve, something only I would notice. And my first instinct was to grab my phone camera, look around. Maybe someone was peeking through the window, but all I saw was the reflection of my own terrified face, caught between confusion and fear. So I texted back asking, "Who is this?" But no reply came, just that endless typing bubble that disappeared after a few seconds, leaving me in complete silence again. And I tried to shake it off, telling myself maybe it was some app glitch. Maybe I'd posted a selfie earlier, something that gave it away. But when I checked, my last photo was from 3 days ago. Different outfit, different place. Nothing matched. And that's when I started feeling like I was being watched. Like every sound in my apartment carried meaning. Like every creak in the walls had a pulse. And hours later, when I finally forced myself to sleep, I dreamed of a faceless figure standing outside my window, whispering my name like it had known me forever. And when I woke up drenched in sweat, the first thing I saw was another message on my phone. "You scream in your sleep." I wanted to call the police. I really did. But what could I possibly tell them? That someone texted me about biting my nails and wearing a hoodie. They'd laugh it off. Say it's just a scam or some creepy ex. But I didn't have anyone like that. My circle was small. My family lived out of state, and my social life was practically non-existent. So that morning, I got ready for work, forcing myself to pretend nothing happened. But the unease followed me everywhere, like a fog. And at the bus stop, I noticed a man in a dark cab standing a few feet away, staring at his phone. And when I glanced closer, he smiled, not a friendly smile, but one that looked like he knew something about me. And I turned away fast, heart pounding, praying it was just coincidence. But once I got to work, another message appeared. The man with the cap won't hurt you. Don't worry. I dropped my phone right there, and my coworker asked what was wrong. I just said I wasn't feeling well, but inside, I was falling apart because that text came only minutes after I'd seen that man. And there was no way anyone could have known unless they were right there watching. And the messages didn't stop. They came every few hours, describing things I was doing in real time. What I ate, what I said when I looked scared. And each one ended with a line that felt too personal. You should smile more. You used to before your father died. And that's when I realized whoever this was, they knew things from my past, intimate things, things buried deep that even close friends didn't know. And that's when I started to feel like my life wasn't mine anymore. Like every thought, every movement, every single breath was being monitored, recorded, memorized by someone I couldn't see. By the third day, I was spiraling, sleeping barely 2 hours a night, locking every window, unplugging electronics, covering my laptop camera with tape, even taking out the batteries from my TV remote just in case. And yet, the texts kept coming from different numbers now, all unknown, all saying the same kind of things, personal, specific, timed perfectly. And one afternoon, I got home from work to find a small envelope taped to my door with my name written in handwriting that felt strangely familiar, shaky, uneven. And when I opened it, there was just a single photograph inside, taken from across the street, showing me through my living room window, sitting on the couch with my laptop, head tilted the same way I always did. And on the back, written in red ink, were the words, "Stop pretending you don't know me." I screamed so hard I lost my voice, called the building manager, told him someone was stalking me. But when he checked the security footage, the camera pointing toward my door had been offline for 2 days. No reason, no technical fault. It was just turned off manually. And that's when I realized whoever this was, they had access. They were close, maybe even in the building. And for the first time, I felt truly trapped, like I couldn't even trust my own walls to protect me. And that night, I sat in the dark, listening to every sound, every drip of water from the sink, every creak of wood, convinced that at any moment someone would knock, or worse, just walk right in. The next morning, my neighbor, an older woman named Carla, knocked on my door, saying she'd found something strange in the hallway. And when I opened the door, she held out a small USB stick, said it was lying right outside my door handle, and I didn't want to take it. But curiosity and fear made me. So after she left, I plugged it into my laptop. And there they were, videos of me, dozens of them, recorded from angles inside my apartment, showing me sleeping, cooking, crying, even brushing my hair. And my heart nearly stopped when I realized one of the camera angles was from behind the bathroom mirror, meaning someone had been inside my place, setting up cameras without me ever noticing. And then I noticed something else. Each video had a timestamp, and one of them was labeled tonight, dated for the coming night, meaning it hadn't even happened yet. And I don't know what kind of twisted game this was, but I packed a bag, grabbed my keys, and ran out, deciding I'd go stay at a hotel. But before I left the building, my phone buzzed again. Running away won't help. I'll always find you. At the hotel, I tried to calm down, called the police again, showed them the videos, but they said, without proof of who placed them, there wasn't much they could do. And I felt defeated, helpless, like I was living in someone else's nightmare. So I switched phones, new number, new SIM, even changed my name on social media, deleted everything, hoping to vanish. But a week later, I got a new message on the new phone. You forgot to water the plant today. And I looked around the hotel room, realizing I had. And that's when I understood it wasn't just about surveillance. It was personal, deep, connected somehow to my past. Maybe someone from years ago. Maybe someone I'd hurt without realizing. So I started digging through old messages, old emails, trying to find a clue. And then I remembered a boy from middle school, quiet, strange, always sitting alone, who used to write me letters that I never answered. One of them saying, "One day I'll know you better than anyone else." And his name was Evan. And the way he looked at me back then felt almost possessive, obsessive. And when I searched his name online, my stomach turned. He'd gone missing 10 years ago. presumed dead after a car accident. No records since. But the thought that maybe, just maybe, he was alive and still watching me made me realize this wasn't over. It's been 3 months now since the messages stopped. Or maybe whoever it was decided I wasn't worth the effort anymore. But sometimes, when I walk home late and feel that familiar chill crawling down my spine, I swear I can still feel eyes on me, like someone is always one step behind, waiting for me to slip. And every now and then, I find things moved in my apartment, little details no one else would notice, like my toothbrush shifted an inch to the left, or the photo of my parents turned slightly sideways. And deep down, I know it's a message, a silent reminder that I was never truly alone, and that whoever knew my secrets might still be out there, watching, waiting, maybe even closer than I think, maybe in the same building again, maybe even reading these very words right now.